3 minutes and 15 seconds, gimbal checks of the orbiter main engines were performed. All 3 engines move in a pre-programmed pattern to verify ascent flight control. The gimbal sequence ends with the engines in their start positions. At T-minus 2 minutes and 55 seconds, external tank liquid oxygen pressurization began and main engine purging was completed. At T-minus 2 minutes and 50 seconds, retraction of the gaseous oxygen vent hood began. The ground launch sequencer verified its full retraction at T-minus 37 seconds. Sound suppression water was started at T-minus 16 seconds. At T-minus 8 seconds, hydrogen igniters were turned on to burn off any free hydrogen. 6.6 seconds before launch, Challenger's liquid-fueled main engines were ignited in sequence and run up to full thrust. Thrust from the main engines bends the shuttle stack. When it returned to vertical, the solid rocket boosters ignited. At T0, the hold-down bolts were explosively released. After the initial pre-release twang motion, structural forces on the assembly are dissipated through vibration at a rate of 3 cycles per second during the first few seconds of flight.
Space shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Roll maneuver was initiated at 7.724 seconds. The maneuver was completed at 21.124 seconds.
Normal throttles for most of the flight, 104%. We'll throttle down to 65%.
The main engines were throttled back to 65% at 35.379 seconds for about 16 seconds in order to alleviate loads during maximum dynamic pressure.
Velocity 2,257 feet per second. Altitude 4.3 nautical miles. Downrange distance 3.
The engines were then throttled up to 104% at 51.919 seconds.
Up 3 engines now at 104%.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
During the flight, telemetry data gave no indication of problems.
1 minute 15 seconds. Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
The solid rocket boosters continued in flight and were destroyed by the range safety officer 110 seconds after launch. Data from nearly 200 cameras were analyzed during the investigation. The following sequence of events is based on the evaluation of film, video, and telemetry data. This graphic indicates viewing angles for 3 cameras in the vicinity of the launch site. The first view shown is from camera E63 at the lower right of the chart. At 0.678 seconds into the flight, a strong puff of gray smoke can be seen spurting from the vicinity of the aft field joint on the right solid rocket booster. The vaporized material streaming from the joint indicates there was not complete sealing action within the joint. This second view is from camera E60. The smoke can be seen between the right SRB and the external tank and initially moves in the upward direction. The angle between this view and E63 is approximately 100 degrees. With E60 and E63 side by side, it is clear that when smoke is first visible to camera E60, it is not yet visible to E63. 0.2 seconds later, it becomes visible to E63 and is seen in multiple lobes, or puffs, reaching maximum visibility at about 1.9 seconds. A third, higher resolution camera, D67, was located east of the launch pad. D67 recorded this view of the smoke at approximately the same time of maximum development. Smoke appears to the right side of the SRB only, while normal water condensation vapors appear to the left. This plan shows that none of the cameras directly view the surface of the right SRB in the shaded region of the graphic. Analysis of film from several pad cameras indicated that the smoke came from between 270 and 310 degrees on the circumference of the aft field joint.